If someone searched for hope online today, would they find your church? In today's episode, we are talking about that your online presence is not optional. It is part of the mission. Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Marsha, and welcome to the second episode of Kingdom Digital. I want to dive in with Proverbs 29:18. It says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he." I really think this applies to ministry today, and this applies to our online ministries as well. Let me tell you why. Just posting randomly on social media as a church does not work anymore, but it is more about having a strategic approach, and strategy is just the differentiator. Is that a word? Yes, differentiator. Sometimes my English and my German fight in my head, so bear with me. Or just being online. So having a strategy and just being online is absolutely not the same, and it does not yield the same results. And so let's think of our digital presence as more strategic and intentional. And let's think of the representation of the gospel. Now, all churches have the same message, right? But not all messaging is the same. And let me explain. So, for example, I have a client that is in the Seattle area, Seattle, Washington. And after some research, we figured out that their target audience is more of executives and people with a good education, academics that have a good career going for themselves, that are oftentimes wealthy, and that oftentimes live in an environment that doesn't really portray to them the need of God in their lives. So a lot of these folks are not aware that they need God in their lives. They have the money, they have the houses, and they have the status, and so they don't have the awareness of needing God in their lives. Okay, so the messaging is different. The messaging is more what appeals to them. So it is business, it is fitness, it is wealth management. Those are tools and avenues that we use in our messaging when it comes to marketing to that target audience. Now, I have another client, for example, in Morrisville, North Carolina, where the audience is completely different. Another one in Minneapolis, which is completely different as well. And so your location of your church matters a lot. Having a digital strategy is not about being trendy. Your digital presence as a church reflects your church's mission, or it should reflect your church's mission. If it doesn't, then you know what to do. And so common objections that I hear a lot from churches are, we are too small, or our people are not even online, or they're just on one platform, or they are not very active, they're not very engaging online, or we don't have time, right? And so these are all things that are, I would say, less important. Thinking of, again, reaching more people. And also, I think when you have the right tools, you will find more time. First of all, in ministry, I think you should definitely find the people that have fun doing this, or that have more inclined to maybe a little bit more tech savvy, or they're younger, or they already are on social media in their free time, and then also using the right tools. So one thing that is so important, that is definitely the first step of every approach to social media marketing or social media management, is having a scheduler. And what I mean by that is having a tool that allows you to map out your content for the week or for the month and schedule it ahead of time. And so whatever graphic, whatever picture, whatever caption you have, whatever video you have, you will plug it into that tool and then say, okay, this is going out in 3 days at noon. All right. So once you set it, you can forget it, because it will post. Now, you're not going to forget about maybe checking on that post and also taking care of your community online. Okay, that's a different story. But you can forget about posting because it will do it for you. Now, there's tons of tools out there. My social media scheduler of choice is by far Metricool. I really love that tool because it's not just a scheduler, it can do so much more. It has amazing analytics. Even on the free account. So you can have a free account that allows you to have one brand. If you have more brands, there's a paid version. But even with the free account, there's so much you can do. So again, you can schedule your posts to go out. You can double check them. You can edit them several times. You can even just throw it in there as a draft, save it for later. Now, with the version that I have, because I work with clients, I have a version that allows us to work as a team. So I send out the content, and the person on the other end can decide whether they want to accept or reject and send me a note of what needs to be tweaked. It's genius and it's so helpful. I want to leave you today with the 3 C's of basic church digital strategy. It sounds very complicated, but I promise it is not. The 3 C's are clarity, consistency, and content. So we already talked about clarity, knowing who you are talking to, knowing who you want to reach. That's really important. So is it young families? Is it students? Is it seekers of God? People who have heard about God but are really looking for Him? Is it locals? So this is something that you really need to know. So know your target audience so that you know what kind of messaging you need to apply on social media. Secondly is consistency. So you've probably heard it 1,000 times. Showing up regularly, even if it's just 1 to 2 times per week, can really make a difference. So people will kind of know when to expect you on social media. A lot of churches do a Sunday recap. So for example, they post sermon clips. They share different messages and scenes and lessons from their sermons on social media. So this is something you can do, but make sure you are consistent. Make that schedule again. Even if it's just once or twice a week, this is a good place to get started with. And third is the content itself. So what can you share? You can share stories, scriptures, upcoming events, sermons, behind the scenes, anything that shows the people in your church, that shows what is going on, that shows the community aspect, because people always connect with people. And so when you think of your content, think of what are people already doing in their lives? What is a day-to-day challenge that they're facing? Think of that when you create content. I hope this was really helpful for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Kingdom Digital. I want to encourage you. This can be overwhelming, but the way I deal with overwhelm is I go step by step. I take little steps. And so I want to encourage you today, if you are still intimidated by actually going online with your ministry, choose one platform. Okay, so either Facebook or Instagram, choose one platform and post twice a week. It can be the same days. Just get started with something. Please do not hesitate to leave me a comment. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what else you want to hear about in this podcast. Your digital presence matters. People are searching, and you could be the answer. And I want to leave you with that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me some comments and some reviews if you like. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.